Do you know about Vava Suresh? He has rescued more than 50,000 snakes. In Kerala, for decades, Vava Suresh has been the person people call when a cobra or another dangerous snake enters their home. When a venomous snake appears in a kitchen, bedroom, courtyard, he is the one summoned to remove the danger. His work is physically risky and requires extraordinary familiarity with snakes and their behavior. But in a recent interview, he described what happens after the snake is gone. In one instance, after spending hours catching a snake at a retired principal's house, he asked for water. Instead of being given in a glass from the house, he was reportedly handed water in a mug taken from a bathroom bucket outside the house. In another incident, he was asked to wait for payasam after completing a rescue, only to realize that the drink had been brought to him in a disposable cup fresh from outside the house, and not in the utensils used by the household. To many people, these might appear as awkward or rude moments, but sociologically, they map almost perfectly onto one of the most enduring mechanisms through which caste has been historically enforced: the regulation of touch, food, water, and domestic space. Basically, untouchability. Actually, Kerala's caste history makes this dynamic even more striking. Today, the state is often held up as an example of social progress, high literacy, strong public health indicators, a long history of social reform movements. Yet, Kerala also developed one of the most elaborate and rigid caste systems in the subcontinent. In Kerala, in addition to untouchability, the region practiced forms of unapproachability and even unseeability. Lower caste individuals were required to maintain prescribed distances from dominant caste so that their mere proximity would not pollute them. It was this extreme social order that led Swami Vivekananda during his travels in the late 19th century to famously describe Kerala as a lunatic asylum of caste. Distance, touch, shadow, food, water, entry into houses were all regulated by caste in Kerala. Against this historical background, the detail about water in Vava Suresh's account becomes deeply significant. Because in a caste society, water has long functioned as a symbolic boundary. Access to wells, ponds, vessels has historically been one of the most tightly controlled aspects of caste life. Do you also see a striking irony in Vava Suresh's story? His labor is welcome precisely at the moment when the household is most vulnerable. When a snake appears and fear spreads through the home, he is urgently called. In that moment, his entry into the house is not only permitted but desired. His body is not treated as polluting, it becomes necessary, even heroic. Yet once the snake is removed, the social boundaries that define caste reassert themselves. This also is a feature of a caste society. Marginalized communities have historically been relied upon for forms of labor that dominant groups cannot or will not perform while simultaneously being denied dignity and equality. Caste thus produces a paradoxical relationship, dependence combined with degradation. See, caste still exists in Kerala. Caste still exists in India. Nothing can hide the reek of this disease called caste. And sometimes the entire architecture of caste can reveal itself in something as the story behind a glass of water.